Hello, everybody. It's Carrier Sunday here again at ELE Studio Sons, and today is Black Friday special kind of thing. What I've done is I went and go ahead and bought some Black Friday skins, and I've got a few of my ships that I've put these permanent paint jobs on. This is the Ranger. It's one of the ships that I bought the skin for, so it now has a permanent skin for Black Friday. So I'm taking this carrier out. I'm going to do some fun things with it. Ranger's not a bad carrier. It's got a few things that give it a little bit of advantage. I mean, I think you've gone up from 4 to 6 aircraft when you take off, at least for the bombers. And I'm getting better at it. I'm finally learning how to slow down a little bit, aim a little bit better, and instead of just kind of rushing in and trying to make a haphazard run at some of these ships because I'm trying to rush through, try to keep my place from getting all shot up. But I'm getting better at it. The Ranger has their aircraft are fully enclosed. They're not open cockpits, so the aircraft are improving. The bombing's improving. Your torps improve a little bit. The Ranger's a little tougher, and I'm working towards the Lexington. That'd be the next one in line. And unless I go out and buy some gold and stuff like that, it's going to be a while to kind of grind through the numbers I need to get that particular carrier. While at the same time, I have the Bureau working on putting together the Midway for me. And when all those segments are completed, I should be able to get that Midway, which is a pretty top tier aircraft carrier. And it's got some neat stuff with it. I'm looking forward to taking her out if I ever get there. So I might do that. I might go ahead and buy some extra gold, put it towards upping the segments faster so I can acquire that aircraft carrier sooner. But for right now, I'm on the Ranger. As you can see, Tier 5. It has bombers and it has torpedo aircraft. With American Line, when you go in, they only send in 2 aircraft when you actually do a run or an attack. Where a couple of the other nations, they got different numbers of aircraft go in. Some have 4, some have 2, some have 1. I'm not sure why the British line has only 1 aircraft going in on attack. If it's simulating the one Swordfish that took out Bismarck, it didn't take it out. What it did is it caused rudder damage. Thus, Bismarck was kind of in a circle, so made perfect, easy to hit something that ain't moving. And they just did. It took quite a bit though to beat the hell out of that ship. It was tougher than they had hoped, and the British lost a couple. Was it the hood that went down because of the Bismarck? And then so it became a thing for the British Navy to go after the Bismarck, and well, carrier tactics. It was an aircraft carrier that sent up a Swordfish with 1 torpedo that hit just in the right spot to jam that rudder, causing that ship to have to be in that same spot. You can't outrun it if your rudder's messed up, and I've had that happen in this game itself, where I'm in a situation and I get hit and it destroys the rudder. Until I can repair it, I'm going in a circle, or I'm heading someplace I don't want to go. Like I'm trying to get out of the fray, and I'm going right into it because my rudder and stuff isn't working until you repair it. That's kind of why you got to keep an eye on the repair tool. The carriers, that stuff is done automatically. If you take damage and you can get into a safer spot, the repair crews will repair it automatically. Here, talk about getting better at bombing. Look at that defender ribbon for that one. I'm pointing at the screen like you can see me. But that's what I mean. See, and what I'm learning to do now is I'm coming in taking my reticle, kind of put it in front of the ship as this is where it's going to come into, and then when I go to do my drop, I slow down. I can pull the left joystick back to slow down and kind of keep that cursor, that target right on. And there you go. I set a fire. I got another defend ribbon. And that's how you get points. That's how you... Oh, I'm taking damage. I got to run. See that one over there? If they can see me, they can hit me. It's time to get out of there. So, and like I said, I usually put up the word, set a smoke screen. I need help is kind of my way of telling them, hey, your carrier's in trouble, everybody. And that little thing, you can see there, a little aircraft that came back. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm running away. But I do believe somebody heard me and they come to help out. So they had to change their target away from me. And the nice thing about carriers is they're pretty quick. They can outrun stuff in the game. Destroyers are kind of hard to outrun. They're difficult if they get in close. So the best thing with carriers is just stay away from the destroyers if you can. They're hard to hit with the torpedo planes, but you can hit them better with the bombers. And like I said, if you got heat, the armor piercing, they might go right through without doing much damage. If you have heat as a bomb, you can start fires, which takes them down quicker. And here we go. This is my Langley. And guess what I did this weekend? We put another paint job on this Langley. So the Langley has like 4 permanent paint jobs now. I can switch back and forth. But the one I like for this weekend, because of Black Friday, she got a paint job now. It's a Black Friday paint job along with my Ranger. And Ranger was the one I was trying to decide if I was going to use one of the Japanese lines, but I think I've already done that. So I have like 2 or 3 carriers now that have Black Friday paint jobs. So when Black Friday comes around again next year, I can put these paint jobs on them, and then we can. In fact, I'll probably buy more. Give me a second. There, that's better. I had a cough, but geez, I forgot what I was talking about. So that's what I've been doing this weekend. I bought a little money. I took a little money, put it in, bought a little bit of gold, and I was able to get a couple different things for this weekend. And thank you, Phil Ed, for another Christmas present here in World of Warships. And we'll be getting to that one. I'm going to hold off. That's going to be a little secret coming up, and it's not necessarily an aircraft carrier, but it's good. We'll talk about when we get there. Right now, I'm working with my Langley, and like I said, the United States aircraft carriers have when they send in your run, like a bombing run or a torpedo run, you only got 2 aircraft going in. The Langley has 4. I can't see that. That's only 3. I got 3 up now. I lost 1. But the Langley sends up 4 at a time, 4 bombers or 4 torpedo planes. Bombers are HE, which is heat, which starts fires. And the thing with HE and AP, if you're going after smaller targets like a destroyer, use HE because HE will start fires. Armor piercing would go right through and not do any damage. And that's what one of the things I had to learn was, especially if I got like a battleship, a destroyer, or a cruiser going, if I'm hitting a destroyer with AP, chances are the shells are going straight through and not doing any damage. If I hit that little destroyer with an HE and I start a fire on there, well, that fire starts burning them down. You can try hitting them with torpedoes, which can be devastating, but the problem with destroyers and torpedoes is they're pretty quick. If they see them coming in, they can get out of the way. So it's hard to hit them with torpedoes, but it's easier to hit them with bombs. That's AP and HE. HE sets fires. AP does citadels, which is the most armored part of a ship where all your main components are. So if you hit that, you're doing major damage. But that means the shell has to go into the ship, boom, then ignite and explode, as opposed to going all the way through the ship and exploding on the other side and not doing any damage. So your bigger ships, like your battleships, your cruisers, that takes a lot to take them down. You want to be using AP to kind of get that damage down. If you're going after one with other people, if somebody's hitting with AP, then you go ahead and start hitting with HE and start the fires. Because once they use a repair kit or the repair party, then they'd have to wait till that cooldown, and then the repair party takes a lot longer. And chances are the damage could go above without, and then you eventually sink because they can't control it. A lot of that comes about too if you go in with torpedoes. You hit them with a torpedo, you start flooding because you're hitting them at the water line. Flooding can cause damage if they can't repair it. And I've had a few where I've hit them with torpedoes, I've gone back to carrier, and then a little bit later you see it pop up, sunken ship, right? Well, that's because you caused the flooding, and it took a little bit for the flooding to actually do enough damage to take it down. Here we go, I got two coming in. Did we get one? Yeah, we hit one. The other one missed. It's not that easy to hit them, especially with you going up against individuals that know how to operate their ships, and they can get out of your way when they see you coming. So, but it's fun. I'm having fun with it. That is the Langley Black Friday. So Ranger, my Langley, and now for the surprise. We went and bought a new ship this weekend. Like I said, Phil, I got some money. Phil had bought me a ship for Christmas, and this is the Dunkirk. It was one of those I could actually afford, and it come with, I put the Black Friday paint job on it. And there you go. I got it sped up 2 times because I wanted to fit it into this clip, and I did pretty good. So when I do I think when I do the next for Warship Wednesday, I might include this one, slow it down. My destroyer, the Kid, I also have a black paint job for that one too. So I bought like 3 or 4 black paint jobs. So all my carriers now have permanent paint jobs. There's different paint jobs on each one. I can switch between the permanent one, but I don't have to use a single one. And then once you use it, you have to put another one on if you want to paint your ships. A lot of people don't. They just go with the gray, what comes out when you first buy the ship. I like personalizing mine anyway. That's why I always have my rubber duck flag flying, the rubber duck fleet. And there she goes. It's a neat ship. This thing is it's maneuverable. It's like, wow, I could turn on a dime with this thing almost. It's not a bad little ship. I'm going to have fun playing with this one. So we're going in. I'm helping out. I'm bringing my guns to bear. And we got 3 ships left. And look how I love it. Even sped up, it looks cool. It even gives it a little better, like it's got more speed. It's a little bit slower than that. We're capturing the base now, and like I've been starting to do that more and more, seeing like, okay, the enemy's over at that other base. There's 1 or 2 ships over here with maybe somebody else's help. We go over and get that, and then so we'll sail over. I've been doing that with my carriers too. But it gets me in trouble as well, because I've had a couple times where I've decided to go in after a capture point, so I head that way. Come to find out, the enemy was going after that same point. When I got close to that area, man, I was getting devastated. It was time to get out of there. There's a couple times I didn't make it. They put me down into the bottom of the sea, and we washed our deck with seawater that day. Hey, we're getting you in. I think we got a script clip. Okay, hold up a second. This was my Dunkirk, and we're getting to the end of this script clip, please. Okay, audio check. Everything sounds good. Do music and audio. Everything's looking good. We have transitions, music. Everything's in place. Okay, slide that script clip down, and we're doing good. Thank you. Script clip. Cut, print, and post. Put it in the can and on the shelf. From ELA Studio and Sons, Phil at OelGrez. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following.